毒品药物剥夺了我们小孩的未来。每12秒钟就有一位学龄儿童尝试吸食非法毒品，有1/3的人在学校的走廊及校园中与毒贩碰头。同时，处方药物的滥用也上升了4倍，比海洛因、古柯碱和摇头丸加起来还多。已经花了数十亿美元在计划案上，要触及孩童，但对青少年的影响实在很小。等到他们毕业时，半数以上都已经接触过非法毒品。同时，和毒品有关的青少年犯罪暴力事件持续增加，威胁着他们的生命以及社区安全。但是，协助青少年过着无毒生活的是无毒世界基金会，负责协调全球最大型且最全面的非政府反毒教育运动。在累积了20多年的毒品防治经验后，山达基教会的成员以及志同道合的团体志工，在全球展开了多元化、多媒体的毒品的真相运动。活动以一系列的教育手册为主，内容涵盖12种最常被滥用的毒品，教导青少年，让他们可以自己对毒品做出决定。在公司、社区联会、宗教团体与政府单位的赞助下，手册几乎已经发送到全球各个角落。由于教材有大约20种语言，无毒世界团队遍布各地，从南佛罗里达的古柯碱泛滥区，到南加州的甲基安非他命大道，从纽约以及哈林区的快克街，到澳洲及亚洲的特制毒品，再加上非洲以及西欧的大麻输送管道，就连在过去被称为法国联结的西半球贩毒枢纽，都建立了12个毒品的真相协会，分布于巴黎、尼斯、波尔多及马赛。他们在这些城市中举办了4500个大众资讯活动，有5000名店主及小贩协助在店内发送手册，并且一起将5万份的海报张贴在商店的橱窗及广告板上。加总起来，在法国共发出了1000万本手册。他们也使用车队以及行动布告板，共发出了超过1500万份的传单。因此，在大麻使用量连续增加20年之后，现在首次出现下跌的趋势。基金会也跟其他单位连结，提供他们所需的无毒世界教材。洛杉矶治安官的调停部门负责处理洛杉矶遭受毒品威胁的青少年，他们出席了无毒世界研习班，并向孩童推广毒品的真相。在巴拿马，教育部认可基金会的手册，并将其纳入中学的课程之中，触及数千名的学童。南非德班的警局在2010年世界杯赛事的过程中，协助发送数万本的毒品的真相手册，让德班成了历届世界杯比赛中最安全的地点。除了发送手册之外，还有16部得奖的公益短片，其设计是要以真相来对抗谎言与毒品宣传。基金会的讯息已经在数百个电视频道上播放，遍布120多个国家，共接触到数千万名观众。然而，跟其他类似计划案不同的是，无毒世界基金会特别制作了一部片长1.5小时的得奖纪录片，其中包括12部短片，涵盖所有热门的毒品药物，有大麻、酒精、摇头丸、古柯碱、快克、安非他命、吸入剂、海洛因、LSD、处方药物滥用以及止痛药。这部影片用青少年的语言来教育并且启发他们，其中包括了前毒瘾者的经验之谈，借由述说自己的故事，他们将经验分享给他人，让他人不会重蹈覆辙。无毒世界基金会也提供毒品的真相教育套组，内含海报、纪录片、公益短片、教育人士指南以及24套的小册子。也就是说， 这是一套完整的课程，包括教师手册、一整个学期的教案、练习以及作业。这不只符合学校的需求，也适用于需要反毒教育计划的青少年与家长团体，而且全部都由基金会免费提供。为了让毒品的真相触及到每一个人，基金会在网络上刊登广告，遍布整个网络世界，并引导观赏者前往无毒世界的网站。访客上到该网站，会看到适合大人与小孩的互动式反毒资源中心，每个人都可以在此下载手册，观看影片与公益短片，并索取教育套组，推动这个计划案。加总起来，至今共发出了2500万本的毒品的真相手册，5000万本的教育宣传品，在54个国家举办数万场的提升毒品意识活动，并与400多个反毒单位结盟。每年有100多万人参观无毒世界基金会的网站，每周有数百人索取教材，让全球接触基金会无毒讯息的人数在1年中就达到了2亿人。要扭转社会滥用毒品的趋势是有可能的。毒品的真相计划案已经证明，我们能有效使青少年对毒品做出正确的决定。每个人都可以帮上忙，不管是支持毒品的真相计划案，还是将教材发送给当地社区或是城市中的青少年。加入无毒世界基金会的活动，我们就可以帮助一整个世代远离毒品，让他们迈向没有毒品的未来。
Church of Scientology has for years been involved in helping people become more educated about the truth concerning drugs. And I've been able to see firsthand the effect of what education means to people who are at risk regarding drugs. And of course, the ultimate aim is a drug-free world.
This is a one-of-its-kind anti-drug initiative that offers hope and help to end the worldwide tragedy of drug abuse.
It has excellent material presented in a way that's easy to use, easy to read, easy to learn from. And the consistency and scale of the campaign means that many countries across the Americas and other areas in the world can use it.
They reach out to everyone, whether you are Methodist, whether you are Muslim or what have you. The educational component they have is to help people, to help themselves.
I'm a pastor of a church, besides being a senator, and I'm Pentecostal. But when I have called the Scientology, when I called the foundation to come and help and give us teachers lessons, teach our youth and give us some information, they come, they're there.
If we need you to come back and help the deputy, you're there. If we need you to come back and help the kids or supply more material, you're there. It's something that's ongoing. It's not 1 week, it's 52 weeks.
The anti-drug campaign that the Church of Scientology sponsors has been a huge tool for me. It gives me access to literature and videos that I can give out to the community that's starving for information related to drugs.
Every Tuesday when we do the class, it's just like,
you know, what's new in the video, what's new in the DVD, what are we going to learn, what new experiences are we going to share together.
And you can go from any level of second grade all the way up to high school, college level, and the message is there. It just hits you between the eyes.
You can just see them kind of take a step back. There's an actual physical reaction that comes about when they read these packages.
There's a lot of them which have stopped doing it because of the booklets, you know, just by having them booklets in the gym and reading them and saying, nah, Tone, you know what, I don't sell drugs no more, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that.
They can come and talk to us with confidence now, and we can listen to them and offer proper advice this time around.
And a child can come up to me and say, Miss, I would like a copy of the DVD. I'd like to show my parents. I'd like to show my family members.
She says, I want to take it back home because I have an uncle who is on drugs. And maybe if I show him this DVD, it'll help him. And then she came back to me about 2 weeks later and she says, you know what, I actually got my uncle off drugs.
Most of these people who their lives are being messed up by drug abuse are the youths, who happens to be the leaders of tomorrow. So the church is catching them young, telling them the truth, because most of the time nobody tells them the truth.
Youth get excited about it and they want to get more youth involved, and it's kind of like, you should join this, you should join this.
We feel that for the sake of Scotland's future, and the children are our future, we're very grateful to be involved.
This campaign will be seen in the future as one of the first stepping stones to a drug-free world.
It's making a great impact because what the Church of Scientology is doing, I mean, the world will be drugs-free and we will live a better life in this society.
And this is a major contribution, one of the major contributions that Scientology did it and nobody else even tried it.
This is a massive campaign that you are addressing just millions of people.
I salute you. You have done everything that you have done for a new society, for a new environment, for a new world.
All around the world is a very, very important issue. It's the issue of saving lives.
It's bringing people into the light and allowing them to see that they do have hope and they do have a chance to have a happy life in this world. Thank God for the Church of Scientology.
It was around when I was 13 or 14, and you kind of find yourself trying to pick and choose your friends, and also at the same time, you know, you're not really worried about what you want to accomplish at that time, but what people you want to hang out with.
I wanted to fit in.
Wasn't a popular kid in school, and it made me forget about all that.
You know, like, oh yeah, everybody else is doing it, so I'm gonna do it.
Friends were doing it.
I just wanted to jump right in and have fun. I did drugs because it seemed like it was fun.
It was the cool thing to do.
The cool thing to do was to get high, go to parties.
Growing up, you know, you struggling.
Couldn't deal with life.
So I didn't have to deal with life.
I wouldn't listen to anyone.
I was stubborn.
Like as a rebellious thing.
This is what the rebel kids were doing.
I just wanted to see what it was like.
I started experimenting with it.
Experimenting with friends.
First tried it because I was bored.
I was always up to try something new.
You know, when I was growing up, we had this program, it was just say no, just say no.
People are just saying no, but they're not saying why.
It's like telling a person no and then they go do it.
Sparked my interest on drugs.
I knew that they were bad and I always heard about this addiction, but I didn't know what it meant.
That's probably the #1 reason why I did drugs in the first place. I just didn't know.
Drugs are everywhere. They're in magazines, movies, TV shows, you know, billboards. They're all over the place. You know, in the movies they make it look cool, but in real life it's not cool. It's a serious problem.
And a lot of times they try to glamorize drugs, like make drug dealers or getting high look cool, but that's only in the movies. In real life, it's a whole different story.
All drugs, whether we're talking about alcohol, marijuana, LSD, these are all essentially poisons.
It would depend on the amount that you take. I mean, a lesser amount might just speed you up, make you feel really active. Stronger amount or a stronger dosage would act as a sedative, make you slow, sluggish, tired. And even more amounts, it would kill you. You'd have an overdose.
Every drug works in these stages. It's only really the amount needed to make the effect that's the difference from drug to drug.
A person who's taking drugs, whether for physical pain or just to try and block off any sensations they don't want to feel, those sensations are actually just being pushed away and getting worse and worse.
You're going to be totally numb and just not be able to feel anything.
When you take drugs, the drug goes through your bloodstream, and later on in your life, that drug can, come back up and into a flashback when you use the drug.
You could have taken LSD one day and like a year down the road, it could come back into effect and you can start hallucinating again.
And it's not just LSD, it's every drug. So you can get hit with the effects of a drug even a long time after you stop taking them.
Drugs definitely affect the mind. Everything you see around you is different than what's really going on. You can't hear correctly, see correctly. All of your senses are totally thrown off. Your perception is definitely distorted. It makes it dangerous for you and others because you don't know what's going on. You can't handle things, the way they're supposed to be handled.
Drugs affect your memory so much. It doesn't matter if you're taking them for a long time or just a short period of time.
I know, when I first tried studying and stuff more, I really couldn't concentrate, I couldn't pay attention.
I went from a straight A student to a B- student, C student.
Then I quit going to school and I would get really frustrated.
It's like your brain won't function. You can't think straight. It's everything is messed up.
I never got anything done. I would start on something and I wouldn't finish it. It just didn't happen.
It was just unbearable. I couldn't deal with life at all. I couldn't get a job because I was just out of it completely.
My decisions were based off of, what this drug is telling me to do rather than, what I want to do.
I got them from friends in school.
2 friends.
A friend of mine.
My older brother's friends.
Bunch of girlfriends.
Boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend. Older guy. My dad.
My cousin.
My brother.
My older sister.
Older kids.
My buddy just said, you can do it every once in a while, it'll be no problem.
Told us it was going to be the best thing we've ever done.
You can do it once, you'll be fine.
It's not going to hurt you, really. It's just a little pick-me-up. You can't get addicted to it.
They said it's not something that you're going to be taking every day. It's just something that you can take when you want to have fun.
Oh, this is going to be a fun time.
It's a fun drug to be on.
Makes you easier to talk to girls.
And they said it'll bring you up.
It's gonna make you feel different. You're gonna like it. You're gonna feel good.
It's all in your face. That's the thing to do.
All it is taking a drug dealer's word for it.
When you're trying to get someone hooked, you'll say whatever you can to get a customer. You're lying for them to believe you so you can make money.
I would tell people it's fun, makes you energetic, makes you more likable. It's something people want to be around. I tell them whatever they wanted to hear in order to pick that first one up.
When I was 12 years old, I didn't say, hey, I want to be 24 in rehab. I never said that to myself, but that's what became true, and I never thought about it when I was 13 years old. I started smoking pot.
I was that kid that started out with marijuana and played around with certain party drugs, whatnot, and I told myself specifically that I would never do certain things, cocaine, heroin, and it only took a short time for me to finally accept it and be like, okay, I'll try that.
I had no idea where it would lead me, to almost dying, to stealing, lying, cheating, ruining relationships. It didn't matter.
I didn't get into sports. I didn't get into the clubs. I didn't even go to prom.
Left me with living on the streets without a family, and is that what I set out to be? No, I was just set out to have a good time at college parties.
The drugs robbed me of all the pleasure of life. The drugs took away my family. The drugs took away my girlfriend, my friends.
I looked back on 5-6 years of my life and saw that all I had done is absolutely just ruined incredible opportunities that I had to have success and hurt all the people around me.
It's not just something that's going to affect tomorrow, it's going to affect forever.
You don't have to find out everything for yourself. You don't have to find out what a car accident experience is like.
Do yourself a favor. Don't fall into the same footsteps as
so many other people have.
And realize that you could be the guy living under the bridge shooting heroin.
You might think you won't get like that. None of us ever did, and we wound up in those same shoes.
What I would tell people is just, I would give them my story.
I would tell them my exact story. I would tell them my story.
A story like mine.
The insanity of my story.
Ultimately, it comes down to their own decision making.
You have to get the facts. Check the statistics.
Find out for yourself.
Find out for yourself.
Find out the actual truth of what these are and what they're going to do to your life.
I would just say to anybody, if you're going to do something, if you're really going to do something, go educate yourself on it beforehand. I think there's a lot of truth in that.